Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Wednesday, December 7th. Well, not happy, but Pearl Harbor Day. We all know, just in case everybody doesn't know their history, Pearl Harbor this is the day where we had the surprise attack from the Japanese, and that's when they found out they woke up a sleeping giant, and that's when they fucked around and found out. Yeah, that's when they fucked around and found out who the fuck America is, baby. Well, okay, well, first they did kind of like, you Pearl Harbor was a surprise attack, let's be real. Okay, so with that, I would like to say, welcome to the Cruising Podcast. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, and YouTube, and anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Famous. All right, okay. First, we're gonna start off with the Chainsaw Man review. A lot of action happened in this bad boy right here. We finally got a full-on fight between Chainsaw and the katana and the samurai sword devil. That's what I saw, and that's what we're gonna roll. I think at first I saw katanas because they were like Katana Man sword guy. Now his name is it's a samurai sword devil that we are dealing with right now. And let's just be real, he folded the shit out of Denji. Okay. His arms, I think his arms got cut off at one point, and his arm was able to regenerate and start up his chainsaws, which was fucking awesome all in itself. I thought like as soon as the chainsaws come out, it's the motherfuckers about to get shit just got real. And it did get real for a little bit there, but it just seems like his style of fighting is very wild. It's still new. He's still new to the chainsaw element of his powers. But the only other problem that we have here is that samurai sword guy whooped his ass and has a little bit of steroid help from whoever that girl is. Whoever the chick that's kind of controlling shit. I think she's a fiend. If I remember if I understand correctly, she's a fiend, and she's a problem. Okay, that's just pretty much what it is. There's and then we find out Makima, what the fuck her name is. I don't know. I'm not good with names. Redhead that Benji's in love with. Shit, apparently she didn't get killed. We still don't have the understanding of how she didn't get killed because literally she got shot in the face, chest, and arm area by the gun devil, really controlling regular human beings. Also we saw that one of the people that are in the same faction as Denji saved was able to stop this old lady from shooting other officers. It's just she was able, what was great about McCain was that she already knew that this was about to happen. That's the crazy part. Apparently I just trying to figure out how it wasn't her that got shot. That's really weird. Uh, but I think somebody explained it from the mangas. There are two of them. One's from Kyoto and the other one's from Tokyo. So I think we're dealing with two different ones. Also, it's this episode was very much action packed to begin it, and then it became really just kind of a spy thriller. Like, how does she know what was behind all of this? Like, this is kind of weird. All right, and she survived. So this also what's kind that's a little weird, but all in all, man, good episode. All around from Chainsaw Man. Hey, look, man, the past two episodes there have been no hentai going on here. Sure it won't. I'm sure it's coming back very soon, especially if he's able to kill this newest devil. Um, you know, uh, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with Chainsaw Man. That's all I can really tell y'all about Chainsaw Man. It wasn't really that much of a big episode. It was actually some surprising. It was really just a surprising episode. Oh man, she's still alive. Like as soon as you see her walking out of the train, I was just like, wow, how the fuck is she still alive? Like she got lit the fuck up. Like there's no way they missed the shot. Okay, that's how close they were to her. So we're definitely gonna find out hopefully more about why she is alive, why she's doing all the what she all knew and everything like that. So I'm kind of hyped for the next episode. All right, let's talk about Bleach. You already know we gotta talk about Bleach. It has to happen. All right, 1,000 Year Blood War, baby. All right, so this was kind of a down episode from Bleach from the start of 1,000 Years Blood War. Um, really, this is kind of like the non. There was really no action. There was no fighting. There was nothing like that. This was more. This is more everybody really gathering the troops. Really, the Seirete really and the Soul Society really just picking up their pieces, picking up their teeth and preparing for the next battle, preparing for the next invasion. And what I like is that Ichigo is that like the Soul King apparently has a very, very keen interest in Ichigo, which we all knew, I mean, is bound to happen. He finally him and Renji got healed up in the little steam rooms. I mean, well, the steam, what is that? What's that shit called? Man. Springs. This is the hot springs. There we go. They got healed up in the hot springs with one of the Squad Zeros. What is Squad Zero's captains? Well, all of them are captains. I forgot. Actually, Squad Zero is stronger than all the captains. Like they said that one Squad Zero member is stronger than all the captains put together. And it's always like and what's weird about Bleach, if you have never watched Bleach before, especially after Ichigo and Renji fought for the second time, after the second fight, it's like every time Ichigo, it was time for him to start training or do something big, Renji was always next to him. Renji's always there. And it's crazy because it feels like Chad is the guy that's always there when Ichigo's in the human realm. And when it's the spiritual or the soul society thing, even though they were rivals to begin with, Renji's always there throughout some of Ichigo's most toughest training, except for with Kisuke. Yeah, well, then again, he was going against fucking Renji when he was training with Kisuke, and Kisuke tried to kill his ass. But I like that. I like that they didn't forget about that. I like that this, even after 10 years, that they kept that bond together between those two. And then I also like that they went back to kind of the comedic stuff that Bleach is good for too. Like how each of us gets punched and is like a very overreacting getting punched, and like Renji gets punched and it's just like, oh, okay, there's really nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy that part of Bleach too. I mean, this is what makes it to me. That's what made it more kid friendly. This I'm just letting you guys know. This season is not kid friendly. Okay, there's a lot of death and destruction, but you can just tell everybody's kind of like picking up their pieces, everything like that. And I also like that the first Kenpachi, Udahana and Kenpachi Sarat finally fought each other. And it looks like she is fucking with him. I just want to put it out. Shit. So just in case everybody doesn't know, Udahana is the leader, is the captain of Squad 4. Squad 4 is really supposed to be the like medic unit. They're not supposed to be combat ready at any time. But she is the first Kenpachi. And I think it's weird that they were kind of forced to have to, kind of put Kenpachi, the Kenpachi that we know, in his place, or really kind of they have to kill him because they're talking about that he wants to do an insurrection. Even though he got beat by a fake, top, even though he got beat by a fake top Quincy. Like that's what's kind of weird to me. Like he wants to start a revolution now. Like it's kind of weird. So she had to, she had to put him in his place. And she's also making him feel like he's dying. Like she said, every time it feels like you go, then this is her words. She says every time it feels like you're about to lose your life, you get stronger. Said, and pretty much like we can't have that. And I think she made him think that like he's dying. And I think that's her Zanpakuto's fucking power. What's cool is about this episode also is that we're learning more and more about Squad Zero. Squad Zero is the ones that really created the Soul Society that created the 13 Court Guard squads, that created the history behind the 13 Court Guard squads, and we're learning about them through this squad, through each step of Squad Zero. So, and then they met with the lady, that like the really big lady. What's crazy is that apparently she loses a lot of weight when she cooks, and of course it's anime and it's Japanese anime, and she has to have overly large titties. Like it's just they had to be up front for all of us to see. That's really what they had to do. I don't understand it. I feel like Japanese have really positive um appreciation. All right. I think I think that's the word we need to say. I think they're very sex positive. Okay. They're just really sex positive. But what's weird, okay, when then but what's one thing that is weird about Japan before I go continue on, sometimes they like blurt out like genitalia. And it's just, I don't know. It's just a interesting. It's a very interesting society, interesting culture. To tell you the truth, I would, we dive in. Like you guys know, I'm a big Japanese. I want to go to Japan one day, and their culture is just amazing. Like I wouldn't even say weird. It's just like, interesting. Okay, it's very sex positive, but at the same time, they're kind of conservative. At the same time, it's a weird. So it's interesting. Not weird. I'm sorry. It's an interesting place. Okay, it's a very interesting culture. Just like some African cultures are weird too. Don't get it twisted. But completely forgot what I was saying. So what I like about their visit with her is that that this is when they found out that Squad Zero created the history of the 13 Court Guard squads. They really created the history of the Soul Society. And the next person they're meeting, and this is going to be next episode, is the person that created Zanpakutos. And I'm very, very, very excited about this episode because I definitely, y'all know me, man. I'm a history buff. I'm a big history buff, and learning about this, and pretty much we're about to learn about Ichigo's past very soon. We're about to learn about his mom. I think his mom is alive now. I really do. I think his mom is alive. I've never read the mangas. I've only read like the ones when I've already watched the animes, but I think she's alive now. I don't think Graham Fisher had the power to kill her, but she had to go. You know what I'm saying? She had to go for her son to be stronger. It was weird. It was very. I don't know. I wouldn't say what you call it is his dad. I think that's his grandfather, and that's his daughter. She had a child with a Soul Reaper. I'm still on that bag. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. Like I said, this was a very down episode. I think we're going through that lull that Bleach goes through too, where they're starting to learn about their powers. They're learning about this, that, and the third. They're learning about the enemy too. And so Bleach goes through this with every top enemy. Don't just please stick with it, okay? Because you're going to learn a lot. And then once you learn everything and then get into fighting, that's when everything that you learned comes into play. So I'm very excited. Like I said, I'm very excited to learn more about the world of Bleach even more. This is my favorite anime of all time for a motherfucking reason. Woo! All right. So I'm gonna this is gonna be a short podcast today. Also because I'm tired of shit. I gotta take my medicine before anything. And it's a good thing we start later now. But no, I got like my back is still not is not gonna be 100% for a long time. It's good. It sucks. It sucks because you just wish it could, but it's just it's day after day, man. It's just dealing with the pain. That's all. It's pain tolerance right now. Some days I might not be able to take the pain. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So, but I hope everybody is having a great holiday. Remember what I said, man. Don't don't forget how special it is to be around your family around these times. Remember, spread the positivity in the world with each other. You know what I'm saying? Just don't just do what you gotta do to make sure the positivity stays on a high level. So, with that, I would like to say I love everyone. Hope everybody's being safe out there. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day. Hopefully, everybody has a great day tomorrow. And catch you guys tomorrow. Where you can find the Cruiser Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. And with that, I would like to say I love everyone. tell everybody, you know, what I mean, say kind of a preemptive Merry Christmas to all. Ah, crud muffin. That sucked. Merry Christmas to all. Well, preemptive. Okay, I'm preemptively telling you guys. So if you don't say it back, you're rude. And so with that, oh yeah, please. Oh yeah, forgot. Last thing. Sorry. Please leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Like I think Spotify has like a little questionnaire at the end, especially about the episode. Please leave a review. Tomorrow where I just found out some very saddening news from the DC front, from DCEU or DC, wherever the fuck they call it now. So we're gonna dive into that a little bit. So with that, I like to say, love you guys. Don't do anything I would do. Catch you guys later. Deuces.